As I say, I loved every second of the film, and I just wondered, what was the spark that ignited the screenwriting process for you this time?
The first spark was, I always say this thing when I'm writing Sex and the City is, I can't repeat anything. So once I knew that I couldn't repeat anything, and we were in a bit of an economic downturn, I thought, well, what could I do as a filmmaker? What would be fun? And I knew I wanted the movie to be fun, because the first movie I wanted it to be emotional. I wanted people to sit in the audience and cry and feel bad for Carrie and then have a happy ending. This, I just wanted laughs and a good time. So I thought, where could they go? Where's amazing? Where can a Hollywood movie take someone nowadays? And I thought, how great to see the girls in a faraway place. And then I thought, Samantha in the Middle East. Spark.
How much do you have the fans on your mind when you're writing and even in making the film?
I sit down and my first concern when I sit down to write is the fans. I don't even know how healthy that is, but it is, because I know that the only reason we're here is because of the audience. And the only reason we're doing the sequel is because the audience went to the first movie and had such a good time that I thought, I want to make sure they have a good time this time as well.
And how important is it to you to continue collaborating with the same production team?
Oh, it's really important. We have been together with the same 4 actresses, my same producer, John Melfi, the same genius costume designer, Patricia Field, and the same art director, Jeremy Conway, for many, many years. And what that establishes is a level that we know what we've already done, so we never want to fall below it, so we just keep pushing. So everything keeps getting bigger and better and more refined, hopefully. And this movie is like a big sparkle piñata of fun, I think.
And Anthony and Stanford's wedding is just so opulent, and I believe Liza Minnelli likened it to visiting her father's sets and MGM's heyday. But I just wondered, was that the inspiration for?
Yeah, when
for
I
the
sat
setting?
down to write this movie, I thought about, you know, the great movies of the 30s when there was another depression, financial depression, and I thought about all those movies, and I started thinking about those black and white movies, those movies like Top Hat or all the Preston Sturges comedies. And it seemed there's always like some glittery, you know, girls in gowns and guys in tuxedos scene. And I thought, what if I start with that? And it's like an old Hollywood movie in a New York capital, and it's great. And yeah, it was going to be fun, and it did feel very MGM, especially when we added Miss Liza Minnelli, and we're doing a musical number now, and there's songs from Cole Porter, and it was just fun.
And as you say, it's like nothing we've ever seen in Sex and the City before.
Right,
So,
it's always about what else could we do that you haven't seen.
I thought Liza Minnelli was absolutely brilliant in her cameo performance.
It's
Well,
thrilling,
more than
right?
a cameo, really, but did she bring that same sense of fun and energy sort of off camera as she did on set?
Liza Minnelli is as magical as you'd want her to be to work with. First of all, she's magic. She's Liza Minnelli, and she gets in front of the spotlight and in front of a camera, and there it is, Sally Bowles and everything else she can bring. But also she brings an enormous work ethic. That's a very difficult number she does. And she brought it, and she even brought some moves that I think people are surprised she still would have. It was thrilling.
I love her entrance as well with Miranda's line, "Could this wedding get any gayer?"
Yeah, I know, there she is. Boom.
Now the film's consistently entertaining, but it's also thought-provoking as well. I just wondered how important that combination is to you in Sex and the City 2.
I always want Sex and the City to be big and fun and fancy, but I also want it to be relatable on some level. Girls and their lives have to reflect the girls and the lives of people watching this movie. Anyone who loves Sex and the City should see themselves up there on that screen. Maybe you're not Carrie, but maybe you're having a difficulty sort of figuring out who you are in a relationship. So it's very important there be relatable moments and also a new thought or two. I like the idea that there's a thought that you've never had before, like, well, what does it mean if a relationship is laid out this way versus the way tradition says?
Michael Patrick King, thanks very much and all the best when the movie's released in the UK.
I can't wait. They love us over there.